There was a time when every home carried its own personality through furniture. Heavy wood, intricate carvings, and pieces designed not just for utility, but as symbols of comfort, taste, and pride. Furniture was more than decoration. It told stories of family, tradition, and even social status. Today, many of those designs have faded away, leaving behind only memories, antiques, and a touch of nostalgia. So, let's step back in time and rediscover 15 forgotten furniture styles that once defined homes and shaped the way families lived for generations. 1. Roll-top desks. The roll-top desk wasn't just a workspace. It was an entire world tucked behind a sliding wooden cover, with tambour slats that rolled down to hide countless drawers and pigeonholes. It offered privacy and organization to professionals and writers alike. In the late 19th and early 20th centuries, they were a mark of sophistication in studies and offices. But as typewriters, filing cabinets, and later computers became dominant, their bulky presence no longer fit the modern rhythm. Today, they survive mostly in antique shops and collectors' homes, whispering the secrets of letters and ledgers written long ago. 2. Waterfall bedroom sets. Shiny, curvy, and bold, waterfall bedroom sets became the dream of households in the 1930s and 40s. Their rounded edges and glossy veneers mirrored the Art Deco elegance of Hollywood. To own one was to embrace modernity itself. For a time, they lit up bedrooms with glamour. Yet as the post-war years favored straight lines and lighter tones, these bold curves began to feel outdated. Slowly, they vanished from homes, leaving behind a memory of an era when even bedrooms carried cinematic flair. 3. Pie safes. Before electricity revolutionized the kitchen, pie safes were guardians of flavor. Tall wooden cabinets with punched tin doors, they kept pies, breads, and preserves safe from flies and curious hands. Generations relied on them, and their decorative patterns often revealed the pride of craftsmanship. But when refrigerators and modern pantries arrived, pie safes lost their role. Now, they survive as rustic decor, often admired for their charm rather than utility, reminders of a time when every pie was worth protecting. 4. Murphy radio cabinets. In the golden age of radio, Murphy cabinets weren't just furniture. They were the heartbeat of the home. Families gathered around their polished wooden frames to listen to music, sports, and the evening news. Beautifully crafted, these cabinets were meant to be displayed proudly in the living room, blending technology with artistry. But as radios became smaller and televisions took center stage, these giant cabinets were abandoned. Today, they live on as vintage treasures, sometimes reimagined with modern speakers hidden inside. 5. Hall trees. Grand Victoria houses often began with a hall tree, tall, elegant pieces with mirrors, hooks, and benches. They were the first impression of a home, welcoming guests while holding hats, coats, and umbrellas. Beyond utility, they symbolized refinement and hospitality. But as modern houses evolved with closets and mudrooms, the hall tree lost its place. Now, they linger in antique shops, relics of a time when even entryways reflected formality and grace. 6. Hoosier cabinets. If the kitchen was the heart of the home, the Hoosier cabinet was its engine. Born in the late 19th century, it revolutionized household work with built-in sifters, spice racks, sliding countertops, and secret compartments. Every homemaker dreamed of one. It turned baking into a streamlined process. Yet, once built-in cabinetry became standard in homes, the standalone Hoosier became redundant. Today, they are prized antiques, often restored as farmhouse centerpieces, celebrating both innovation and nostalgia. 7. Caneback chairs. Lightweight, breezy, and stylish, caneback chairs were fixtures of American dining rooms. Their woven seats made them cool in summer and practical for everyday use. They brought comfort without extravagance, and countless families gathered around them at dinner tables. But as upholstered, cushioned, and eventually plastic chairs took over, canebacks began to disappear. Occasionally, they return in retro-inspired decor, carrying with them the echoes of family dinners from generations past. telephone tables, gossip benches. Before mobile phones, conversations had a designated corner in the house. The telephone table, or gossip bench, combined seating with a surface for the landline phone and even a drawer for address books. They weren't just furniture. They were social hubs where teenagers whispered secrets and parents waited for important calls. But when cordless phones and mobiles freed conversations from a single spot, the gossip bench lost its reason to exist. Today, they're quirky antiques, instantly sparking memories for those who once perched on them. 9. Cedar chests. Cedar chests, lined with aromatic wood to protect against moths, were once treasured heirlooms. Often given as wedding gifts, they stored blankets, linens, and family treasures, serving as both practical storage and symbols of continuity. Generations opened them to rediscover memories locked inside. But as modern closets and plastic bins took over, cedar chests faded into the background. Still, in many families, they remain as sentimental time capsules of love, tradition, and protection. 10. Secretary desks. The secretary desk was elegance in compact form. With a fold-down writing surface and endless little cubbies, it offered a private corner for letters, bills, and journals. In the 18th and 19th centuries, it was a staple of homes that valued refinement and order. But with bigger offices, desks, and eventually digital work replacing handwriting, its role diminished. Yet, its craftsmanship remains admired, an enduring symbol of sophistication for antique lovers. 11. Vanities with skirted stools. In the 1920s through the 1950s, no glamorous bedroom was complete without a vanity. Paired with a skirted stool, it became a personal stage for beauty routines. Perfume bottles, powder boxes, and hairbrushes transformed it into a daily ritual of elegance. But as lifestyles sped up and bedrooms shrank, these ornate vanities fell out of favor. Today, they mostly live on in black and white films, icons of a bygone Hollywood glamour. 12. TV consoles. When television entered the American home, it wasn't just a screen, it was an event. TV consoles from the 1950s to 70s were massive wooden cabinets that combined technology with furniture. Families gathered around them for evening entertainment, and they dominated living rooms as proud centerpieces. But as televisions grew larger and slimmer, the bulky console became obsolete. Some survive today, creatively repurposed, but most are memories of a time when the TV was more than a screen, it was a family hearth. 13. Iceboxes. Before refrigerators, there was the humble icebox. Made of wood and tin, lined with insulation, and packed with massive blocks of ice delivered daily. They kept food cool in a simpler, slower era. But they were labor-intensive, requiring constant refills and regular cleaning. Once electricity became widespread, refrigerators instantly replaced them. Now, iceboxes survive only as rustic antiques, relics of a time when every chilled drink came with effort. 14. Fainting couches. Few pieces capture the romance of the Victorian era like the fainting couch. With one side raised and the other long for reclining, it was both fashionable and functional, or so it was believed. Doctors once claimed women needed them to recover from weakness, but in truth, they became symbols of refinement and indulgence. As medicine advanced and interiors modernized, fainting couches lost their purpose. Still, their elegant silhouette remains a timeless icon of antique design. 15. Spindle beds. Ornate, carved, and durable, spindle beds once stood proudly in American bedrooms. Their turned spindles were more than decoration. They symbolized craftsmanship passed down through generations. Many families treasured them for decades. But as sleeker, minimal designs took over, the spindle bed seemed too old-fashioned. Even so, modern reproductions still find their way into farmhouse decor, proving that true beauty never completely fades. Final thoughts. From roll-top desks to spindle beds, these forgotten furniture styles once defined not only the look of American homes, but also the rhythm of family life. They reflected traditions, values, and the craftsmanship of their times. Though most have vanished in the face of modern design and technology, they still live on in antiques, museums, and cherished memories. Which of these pieces do you remember, or maybe even still own? Share your stories in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this nostalgic journey, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to American Restored, and ring the bell icon so you never miss a chance to play back the past with us.